It's an interesting spot y'all find yourselves in compared to like your first summer. You're obviously one of the older guys, one of the leaders of the team, and B, you're coming off a 13-0 season with obviously not an ideal ending there, and something we want to avenge. So, how different is this off season for you compared to the past couple?
Just knowing that I have other people and new guys and young guys watching because they know like I've been here for a good amount of time. Also with the other guys like me, Josh, Darryl, Shy, guys like that. They know like the stuff they have to learn to catch up on. They have to look towards me, like the same guy that I just named, the same way we did when we first got here, when we had to look up the Fable and most of them guys like that, just to learn the ways of the team and learn how we run things around here, really.
Yeah, and again, like that's part of that leadership role, right? Is one, talking to folks, but two, just being the example, the guy who's consistent, day in and day out. And last year y'all had a first round draft pick of an example in Jared Verse. So, talk a little bit about what he meant to y'all as a room and what it's going to be like without him this year, and how you're stepping up to fill that role.
That's it. One thing about Jared Verse, a lot of people might say like he talk a lot and stuff like that, but he worked for everything that he ever gained. Like he always tell the story. Y'all, everybody always hear about the story about when he was a small kid and he had the COVID year, and that's really how he worked every day too. It wasn't just that year. When he came to the weight room, he was the last one leaving. When we was at practice, he was the one just had that nonstop motor, and it was just good to look at because knowing like, okay, he just went a first round draft pick, and I was just playing with him, just knowing like if I could just pick up on some of the stuff that he was doing to make my game a little bit better, it helped me.
What do you think is like the number one thing, aside from work, right, but like technique wise or on the field wise, that you took from Jared?
With him, it's really just how hard he plays, like his motor. He don't take no plays off. He runs sideline to sideline. Like sometimes I'll catch myself being a little winded a couple times, but verse one thing about him, no matter how tired he was, he'll run to the ball full speed. He'll never stop. He just had that you can't block me mindset, and he worked for everything that he got.
Now, one thing that I think we've seen you do at just a really impressive rate is batting down passes, right? Which is kind of the reason I bring that up is like, that's sort of, hey, you're not quite at the quarterback he's going to throw. You're going to do something to disrupt the play. What is it that makes you so good at that? Is that just natural for you, or is that something you've consciously worked on, is getting in passing lanes and knocking balls down?
It's, of course, I could probably say it's like a natural thing, but at the same time, it's just from listening to the coaches, like every week, every practice, every day of practice, every drill, Coach Odell, Coach JP, Coach Fuller, always emphasizing get your hands up through the throw lane, because knowing how our defense was last year, the ball was coming out very fast, knowing that we got some great corners and we have great D-line, and the quarterback really don't have all day to throw the ball, so just knowing sometimes when we play certain teams who feel like they can't block us, you got to get your hands up and disrupt the play away instead of getting to the quarterback. If you didn't get to the quarterback, you can find a different way to.
Yeah, because I mean, if a tackle has you right and you're a little backed off, you can't just sit there and go, okay, good, he's in front of me. They've got to get hands on you and try to hold you down, and otherwise you're gonna take care of it some other way. Ace Kid asks, and folks, again, please throw out your questions and we'll get them up here. Ace Kid asks, how's Marvin doing this offseason?
Marvin doing good. He doing good with just coming along with the program and learning the standard, because he came from a good school as well. He was actually a national champ, so he brings some of his championship mentality to our team, and really just helped pushing me, just knowing that I got a guy that I know he wants to do whatever he could do to help the team, knowing that what type of team, what type of defensive line we had last year, he just want to be a part of that, so I feel like he's doing very good.
Yeah, and we're fired up to have him on the other side opposite of you. Big Pig wants to know, you got to answer honestly, who's stronger, you, J5, Josh, or Daryl Jackson?
Yeah, I'll go in the order. It's Josh Foreman, then Daryl, then Patrick. J5 is country strong. And everybody know it. He's probably the strongest on the team, for real.
Did y'all, I guess, maybe in Miami, the surrounding areas, yeah, but I feel like growing up here, I definitely was introduced to country strong very early. Like, we had, a guy, Nigel Bradham, obviously a few years older, played for the Eagles for quite some time, and Florida State. He went to Wakulla, and that was the first time I was like, that's when Country Strong finds the weight room.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, real similar to that.
Yeah.
David Pierre wants to know, you put on a bunch of weight for the spring. Are you planning to maintain that weight in the fall? Or
That's just really getting used to it and seeing that I can move the same way. I was a little bit lighter than I am now, but I feel like I've been doing a very good job with maintaining it. Thank you to Miss Jaden, who our nutritionist at Florida State, and Coach Thorne. They've been really helping me out and help me maintain this weight because they know I worked so hard this spring just to try to put it on because I knew that was one of the main concerns with me.
what's your go-to like weight gaining, bulking food? Like what do you really just make sure you hit to get the calories in?
Like, I know I'll probably get like a little bowl, like rice, beans, chicken, steak, stuff like that. And I like pizza a lot too. I eat a whole box of pizza sometimes. I know that sounds crazy, but
The dirty bulk, you're just getting the calories in.
Yeah, I eat a whole box of pizza from time to time.
I love it, man. Zyler wants to know, what area have you improved most in your game through spring?
Really just technique. That's all I've been focusing on really with Coach Odell because he tell us every day, like, if you have technique plus you're talented, nobody can block it. It'll be some guys out here, just they talented and don't have any technique, and then sometimes they'll get blocked, sometimes they'll make the play. But Coach Odell been installing that to me since the first day I got here. If you can't play technique, then you just it's not going to be good for you for real.
Yeah, because I mean, you see that at every level, right? Like, there's always the people who are most athletic at one level, and then you get to the next level, and they meet people who are just as athletic, but have the technique. So
Yes, sir.
you got to develop that. I think I know the answer to this one, but David also wants to know, is this year's D-line better at anything or faster than last year's D-line as a whole?
I can't answer that question right now for real because we still have a whole season to play. But both of the D-line was great to me in my eyes, but now we just a little bit more younger with more guys to prove who you are. Than last year, with some guys done played about 3 or 4 seasons, so it's a little different. We'll know by the end of the season.
Oh yeah, I like this question. So similarly, 50 asked, with you being able to get into passing lanes, do you ever try to intercept those passes, or are you told knock it down and don't be a hero?
In high school, I intercepted one before, a slant through over my head, but that's what it be. My friends tell me all the time, my roommate, Shy, all the boys, Daniel, they always tell me, like, sometimes if it be looking like I'll be closing my eyes when the ball comes. I don't be thinking about it sometimes in my mind to intercept it, but I should. I feel like I'll catch one this year.
Yeah, maybe we'll see one. What's your celebration going to be if you pull a Kalen DeLoach and take one the other way for 6?
Sorry, Coach Novell, but I gotta run to the crowd and throw my mama the ball. That's probably what I'll do. I'm sorry, Coach Novell. I'll take the flag right now. I'll do the punishment after the game right now. I'm gonna tell you now. That's
an amazing answer. I love that one, man. Montana wants to know, what game are you most excited for this year?
I'll say Clemson. Clemson because it's just the atmosphere that game going to be. They coming to us. DJ came from Clemson, so I know what type of game that would be. And also Florida because I know that's going to be the senior night for all the guys who came in with me in my class. The guys who are going to be leaving this year. Just knowing like that's going to be the last regular season I'm playing dope. So probably, yeah.
What do you think about the nickname Pat P?
Dante. Oh my God, that's Dante. I like the nickname Dante. Why is you trolling on? No, I like the nickname though. I like it. I like the nickname. That's question.
So we were actually curious on Instagram. I know we got Pat P Glizzy. We got Shy Glizzy. What is the Glizzy like? Did y'all play in high school together? Or?
That's why when we first got here, we started calling each other twin because when we first got here, our name was both that, and they automatically put us in the room together. And 11th grade year, we had an all-star game. We played with each other. We got our same 2 jerseys hanging up in the living room right now. From when we was in high school, when we only knew each other for 1 day.
Okay.
And then a year later, we was roommates. So
I love that.
Yeah, that's why we ain't never changed our names. So.
We had a bunch of Pat P's popping up, but now, Kevin, was it Kai that we saw? Kai Bates. Now we have some Kai Glizzy. Yeah. So Kai has he been initiated into the Glizzy family, or is he like kind of trying to become a part of it? Where's that fit in?
Kai Bates probably just he on his own thing. I let Kyle Bates have it because I let him have it though. He can have it.
What's the biggest thing that you're focused on improving as a player, and what's the main thing that the D-line room is trying to improve this offseason before the first game?
Really, with me, just being consistent, like week in and week out every practice, just doing the same thing every day, not having a good day or a good game and then turn around having a bad day or a mediocre day or a mediocre game. Just knowing I can be physical and play as hard as I can every game, every day. That's when I know I'll take my game to the next level. That's the biggest main focus on me going through this summer and this season, just having that nonstop ability, just play till they have to drive me off the field.
I love it, man. It's going to be real exciting to watch you on the field this season, and I know y'all can't wait. I can't wait, and we will let you get out of here, man. Thanks for the time tonight. Thanks for coming by.